So for me, I know that I've completely stopped buying clubbing clothing. I'm past that phase. That was like an 18, 19, 20, 21 phase. I'm now 26 and I'm for the sheets, not for the shirts, baby. I love that quote. That's literally my whole mood. That's my dog's mood. And I like staying home and being in bed. It's great. When you work, being home is great. Hey there. For those of you who don't already know me, I'm Bella, an Elle Education certified image consultant and fashion enthusiast. And welcome to my channel, Concept 3, where I help you transform your wardrobe, your image, and your lifestyle. In today's video, I will be talking about the 5 things that you do not need in your wardrobe and that you need to stop buying, because a lot of the time, a lot of us waste a lot of our money on items that we are only going to wear once. The number one thing that you don't need in your wardrobe is anything uncomfortable. And I know this sounds very cliche, but a lot of the time when we go shopping for certain items, we think about how it looks rather than how it's going to make us feel. And the issue with this is that having a wardrobe that is not comfortable, whether that's shoes, handbags, underwear, tops, jeans, all these things, if they don't fit us properly, you're going to, number one, either end up never wearing it and then it's a complete waste of money, or you'll wear it and be uncomfortable the whole day and then you're ultimately not going to feel confident and completely, comfortable in your own skin. So this is something we definitely want to avoid at all costs. If your goal is to ultimately have a wardrobe that is very functional and that you are going to get the most use out of, you really want to take this point into consideration. So the second thing you do not need in your wardrobe and that you should stop really heavily investing in is every season's trends. I know we live in a society where trends are super in right now, whether you see it on Instagram or YouTube, your favorite influencer, whoever who's rocking, I don't know, Balenciaga shoes that look like a Lego. I don't know what's out there these days. Oh, also, did you see that Bottega Veneta bag that looked like ground meat? Can we talk about that? It's like $2,000. I don't know who has money to throw like that, but it's definitely not me. At least not for some time. But anyways, yeah, investing heavily into trends is not a smart move, especially if you don't have that money to move around so easily, because trends, because in the world of fashion, trends are here today and then they're gone tomorrow. So before you buy a trend, you really have to think if it's worth it. Please do not spend money that you don't have on trendy items from like Balenciaga or from Gucci. Really, what my kind of motto is and what my values are on this channel is dressing for longevity, dressing to reflect your own personal style and not following every single thing that the fashion industry is telling you that you should be wearing or that you should be buying. So when you start to buy more clothing for each season or whenever it may be, just really keep this thing in mind and think hard on whether you want to spend your hard-earned money on trends. The third thing you really do not need in your wardrobe is going to be items that you haven't worn for more than 3 months. Think about this. On a month-to-month basis, if you have items in your wardrobe that you're not wearing like ever, then these are things that are just taking up space and that you will most likely end up actually never wearing. And when I say this, you have to really exclude dresses, for example, for special occasions, maybe nicer ones that you've invested money into, or for example, winter clothes or seasonal clothes that obviously you're only going to wear during that specific season. And this, I think, this is where I have nothing to wear but a wardrobe full of clothes, that's where this whole thing comes from. Because if you think about it, clothing that's just taking up space, it's just sitting there, is not really helping you to get to your goal of, number one, expanding your wardrobe and being able to wear a lot of different pieces and having versatile pieces, it's just contributing to taking up space and making you think that you actually have enough clothing when in reality you don't. Put those clothes that you haven't worn in more than 3 months, excluding seasonal clothing, just put it in a bag, put it somewhere, put it in a box in the garage, put it away, put it under the bed. I don't care where you put it, just keep it out of sight. Because if you have that box away for 3 months and you don't reach in there once, then that is a huge sign that you need to get rid of that stuff. Please donate it so that someone else can get use out of it, so someone can love that piece of clothing. When looking at your wardrobe, just kind of think of this key point, because I really do recommend. It's gonna help you going forward into the future. The fourth thing that you want to avoid in your wardrobe that I know all of us girls or people are guilty of having is, I like to call, the pretty to look at pieces. And what is this? Basically, the pretty to look at pieces are typically formal wear, skirts, things that are super glittery, things that are very over the top that you don't wear on a day-to-day basis, a month-to-month basis, or even a yearly basis. You might wear it once for New Year's and then it's at the back of your closet. The pretty to look at pieces are nice to have if you have a lot of space, if you like to play dress up, if you go out often, but otherwise it's really not a smart investment from a capsule wardrobe perspective. Really think about if you'll ever wear it again, how often you're gonna wear it, or whether you can kind of pack it away and put it in a separate space so it's not taking up any room in your wardrobe, so you can kind of focus on those pieces that are going to be more relevant for what you're wearing on a day-to-day basis. So the pretty to look at pieces are pretty to look at, but that typically is where it ends. So now the last item that you don't necessarily need in your wardrobe, but a lot of people want, are designer items. And I do really need to talk about this because in today's society, it's crazy how much designer brands and items are put on a pedestal. And don't get me wrong, I lived in Italy. I love designer Italian shoes, bags, clothing, everything's just made so well. But realistically, the majority of the population cannot afford these items. Rap culture, hip hop culture, Hollywood culture, even Instagram culture has really made it seem like these items are super accessible to get, that everyone has them, that you should have them, and if you don't have them, you're not stylish. This is completely wrong. Please do not think that just because you can't afford designer items that you're not stylish, that you're not cool. It's not the case. Of course, if you can afford these items, whether that's full retail price, or it's gently used items from stores such as Rebag and your local thrift stores, then I think it's fine. But when we put an emphasis on having designer items, style becomes no longer about the person and what they're wearing and what they're trying to convey, but it then becomes about the item that they're wearing. And for me, that's not fashion. Fashion should be wearing things that complement you, that look good on you, that you enjoy, and that are ultimately going to make you feel good about yourself. And when you feel good about yourself, other people will look at you and be like, wow, that person is confident, they feel good about themselves, so therefore I feel good about them. Let me know in the comments below what things that you no longer buy or things that you find useful to help you from buying items that end up being a waste or items that you never really wear. If you like this video, please make sure to go ahead and click the like button so that can reach other people and help them as well, help them level up and maximize their wardrobe. And also, if you're not part of the family, the Level Up group that we have here, make sure to click the subscribe button and then click the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my videos. I make videos weekly on fashion, image, and transformation, and I would love it so much if you could be here with us. We're all here on a journey to level up and get the most out of life, because life is too short and it really needs to be lived to the fullest. This being said, thank you so much for watching, and as always, stay safe, stay smart, and stay leveled up. I will see you in my next video. Bye.